Hey everyone, I'm Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and welcome to episode 3 of Let's Platinum Blasphemous. Last time, I walked past a corpse that I could communicate with, so let's do it this time. I feel myself weakening. I am sentenced to perish, abandoned in this forceful praying position. I can no longer hear the rest, only their rusted cages swaying in the wind. Alright, well, we'll find those rusted cages very soon. This part of the game is probably one of the more difficult traversal sections, so if I manage to get through this without dying, I'll be very, very happy. Radius of Helzer, the poet. The work of the poet John Clark, Helzer, had a sadly posthumous success, especially his poem To the Red Leaf. The poem was found next to his corpse, severed by a fallen tree. Yeah, red leaf, fallen tree. John Clark is actually the name of a famous satirist in Australia, and if you've never seen it, you owe it to yourself to go and look up The Front Fell Off. It's a 2-minute clip of two satirists having a conversation that is basically just it's the most satirical, most sarcastic conversation of all time, but it's done so well. It's got probably like 10 million views or more. It's one of the funniest things. John Clark and Brian Dorr, they were awesome. Slightly before my time, but I kind of discovered them after, and I was like, they're so cool. John Clark, I believe, has since passed, but yeah. All right, let's talk to this NPC.
Contrite and humiliated be the heart, penitent one in silence. You stand before what remains of Gemino. Oh, do not fret for me. The cold is merciful, for it relieves our pain and numbs us before it leads us to our deaths. Perhaps the miracle the others spoke of has come to me, here in this iron tomb, lengthening distress more and more. To a promised land you direct your march, to the place where the frozen and the burning embrace in communion. Let me ask of you the favour of bringing me a few drops of the oils that once came out of these icy olive trees, the ones that ended up scorching the faces of every pious person who ever reached the summit. As my last wish, before it is too late for me, let me feel that pain. Take this.
Okay, we acquire the empty golden thimble.
Let my numbed arm become another branch of this withered olive tree. Hurry up, I can still hear the call.
Okay, so this is Gemino. He is trapped in some kind of iron contraption. He's also effectively stuck to the tree because of it. I didn't notice this until right now, but directly above my head there is an arrow almost in his knee. So that must be a reference to he was an adventurer and he took an arrow in the knee. He also gave us the empty golden thimble, and it says, "Thimble adorned with gold carrying an inscription that reads, 'Only cold gold can carry the redeeming oil.'" Number 1. A young villager named Aurea had such a beautiful and pious face that even as a child, statue sculptors took her as a model for their creations. Her face became so recognizable that little by little, people took her as the living, breathing image of divinity, until it reached the point where they ended up taking her out on procession and even replacing their own images. Such was the fervor around her that she could not bear to be mistaken with the divinity, and burned her face with boiling oil to gift her pious beauty to God, and took up the habits of a convent. Man, that's... oh gosh. I don't like that. I was going to point it out before, but Gemino there read the word pious, P-I-O-U-S, in that way, pious. But earlier in the game, just did another nice little air impulse there to get across. But earlier in the game, I think it was the statue in the dream. He said pious, or someone said it. They said pious instead of pious, which I thought was a bit strange. They pronounced it in two different ways. I'm pretty sure it's pious. All right, we have found the incense garlic, and it says bulb, white as bone, very hard to find. No, it's not. You just go down to Coles or Waitrose or What's a Trader Joe's? There we go. Got a British and an American one in there. I don't know. Aldi, there's a German one. We also have that. I stole that from the fact that we have that one. Bold white as bone, very hard to find. Its intense aroma, reminiscent of sandalwood, is only noticeable on rainy days, betraying its hiding place. It was sought after by the herbalists with the best sense of smell for its miraculous properties. I love betraying its hiding place. That's really clever. I like the way that's written. Confessions of Terso, Part 6. Ever since then, our pious kisses have saved hundreds from the affection of the miracle that ravages these lands, and from then on, our congregation has been called that of the Kisses of Wounds. Yeah, they're called the Kisses of Wounds because they're, trying to help people and trying to affect them. So what you can do here is jump towards slash and then slash up. And just do that a couple times and take them out before having to climb up here. Okay, there's a corpse over there. It is a little difficult to reach. I think it's a bit easier to reach from the top, so I'm going to try. You also notice that there's some like roots sort of right there. We don't need to worry about doing anything with them right now. Okay, good. I also used coyote time there to reach it. I'll explain that a little bit better in just a sec. Let's talk to this, or let's commune with the corpse. On these cliffs, located at the foot of a snowy abyss, the roots of a secret await those who are patient. Now that one I sort of do know what they're saying. Hang on a sec. But we won't be able to do anything with that until later. Oh, okay. I was hoping to grab that ledge without falling. Yeah, so coyote time is basically a way to refer to the fact that you should jump late. So like there, or like if I'm going this way, jump real late so you can get that extra height. Because for example, or extra distance. Because if I jump like from here, I can still reach. If I jump from here, I just barely reached. But yeah, definitely jump as late as you can, but try not to jump too late. I know that's kind of tricky, but yeah. Platforming 101. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this enemy is annoying, and I can't believe I missed that at the end there. Just move to the right, hit it 5 times. It'll become a lot easier later. Here comes another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you can hit it, maybe 4 times. Okay. I somehow managed to avoid that. You can hit it a couple of extra times, or more than you think. 1, 2. Let's see again. Fine. Okay. There's the... Oh yeah, I'm destroying these cages, by the way. There's a way to... Crap. Just stay away. Holy crap, man, that was very close. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of these ones. Chop. How are you not dead yet? Chop. Okay, there we go. Weird death animation, but there you go. Let's drop down. Just make sure I got everything. 1, 2, 3, slide. 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. Surely. Okay, so destroy those ones. We just have to go here. We can do a little weight of sin attack. Oops. Sorry. I tried to get the air impulse there and it just did not work. Whee! Okay, so we go down here first, I'm pretty sure. Let me just make sure. Yeah, okay, cool. So this is a tough room to navigate. You want to basically just start here. Try and go after this one. This one in particular is just very slightly different to the other one that we've come up against. Okay, that was a good way to finish it there. Watch the ground. Got 2 to deal with now. Yeah, when it sort of emanates green, or glows green rather. I don't know how where's the thing? Did I kill the other one? Okay. I'll take it. Yeah, when it glows green, it's going to charge at you. Okay, we're almost there. I'm going to heal again. There's another single one right here. 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, I don't know how I got that quick. 1. Nice, one more. Gotcha. Alright, cool. We made it to the end. My flasks are used, but we made it to the end. We pick up remains of Tentutia's hair. We actually read about this when we found the carnal remains. Remain of the thorned hairs of the novice Tentutia that were isolated from the rest, so she could not receive a holy burial. Tentutia spent several years in that nunnery, and as she grew up, it became harder and harder to hide her hair. It wouldn't stop twisting and growing thorns, and the blood from the wounds it caused her did not take long to stain her pure white habit. Habit in this case being, I believe, the name for the clothes that she would wear. That's why Sistract 2 is called Back in the Habit. It's one of those words that I never learnt until, again, like I was in my 30s, and I was like, oh, okay, habit. It's like a simple word that you sort of associate with something that you do a lot, a habit of yours, but then it has a second meaning that just means that. So I thought I'd point that out. Stain of pure white habit. The nuns, upon realizing, were frightened by it and soon began considering her cursed and a heretic, just as the parents of the girl had feared would happen. Okay, so even though they went to great lengths to try and help her in a sort of roundabout way, things still ended up not really working out. That's the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Oh crap, that was really stupid. That was much better. I tried to get too much height on each one. Alright, and now we reach the Graveyard of the Peaks. This is an extremely challenging area, but hopefully we can get past it. Alright, first thing you want to do, use those blood platforms to reach up here and collect the 6th Child of Moonlight. Then perform a Weight of Sin attack right here to open up a secret passage that you would never know about if it wasn't for the fact that people have figured it out, and you get an ankle bone of Weston the Pilgrim. His travelling companion assured him that he would wait for him at the next shelter, just a day away. When Weston arrived the next day, there was no one there, nor the day after that. Okay, get another pre-do. Make sure that I've got this right. Okay, now give me a second to just read this. Okay, so there's another shop here. We need a total of 7,000 Tears of Atonement to buy everything in here, which, considering the first total that we needed was 2,900, is not too bad. We will be able to get that, but not right now, so don't worry about the shop too much. We're just going to head to the left. Alright, we reach an elevator. This is very interesting what we're about to see here. Let me just figure this out. Alright, so first, if we drop down here, we find a Child of Moonlight is seemingly impossible to collect. However, due to a very kind of special effect of Verdialis of the Forsaken Hamlet, which it actually tells us, its power finds its way through the floor, continues through walls and ceilings, harming the enemies at the Penitent One. If we use it, it'll go all the way around and destroy the Child of Moonlight for us, which is awesome. I love the effect of that. You can also jump on top of the elevator to climb up here and collect the very first knot of rosary rope. Now, we can't use this immediately, but when we find the area to use it in, we can attach another rosary bead to our rosary. Let's read it. It says, rope not made from the threads of habits of monks deceased in ancient times. All right, this is a long one. Ingratia was her name. Her rosaries were the prettiest of all Custodia. The most prestigious priests and bishops frequented her workshop, and even our very holiness Escriba commissioned her. Such was her mastery that a rosary crafted by old Ingratia was unparalleled in beauty, delicacy, and perfection. Word spread that a rosary that was not made by her would not receive divine blessing, and prayers would not be heard, and besides, that would be a sin. This caused all the others to become banned by the Holy Mother Church, and those so-called false rosaries were sought and burnt. Someone who kept a deceitful rosary would be severely punished, sometimes even accused of heresy. Then we all began to wonder, What would become of the rosaries when Ingratia was no longer with us? Very interesting. I like the way they put that one. Let's see. I want to... Yeah, let's go here. And we find a very important item, the Immaculate Bead. Simple bead, devoid of purpose. Its pristine surface has never been soiled by fervent fingers. I have something for you, and for you alone, revealed the gypsy to a monk who had just stopped his donkey, as she uncovered a white stone possessing a strange beauty. It comes from the darkness of the ocean floor. Contemplate its purity. Look at its immaculate white, its virgin brilliance. What could be purer than this for your rosary, brother? Okay, so we find another confessor statue. Don't worry about doing anything with that just yet. And take note of the fact that we found the immaculate bead right there. Alright, let's use the elevator. And you'll notice that as we go down, I'm going to head to a black screen, and we end up all the way back in Albero. Not only that, but we can actually now jump to this Child of Moonlight and get it. Excellent. The next thing we can do is talk to Ludovico and hand in Tenturia's hair. I can't remember what it's called. Remains of Tenturia's hair.
The Order blesses thee, penitents one in silence.
Okay, we get some Tears of Atonement. Now we can go back into Albero, make our way to Tirso again, and give him the incense garlic. I think I mentioned it last time, but if I didn't, make sure you give the Bouquet of Time to Tirso before fighting Ten Piedad, and also make sure to give the incense garlic now to Tirso before fighting the next boss. We've still got a little ways to go until the next boss, but make sure you give these before fighting the boss. Otherwise you may not be able to get what you need.
Merciful be, penitent one. With your contribution, the work of this brotherhood carries on.
Okay, we get even more Tears of Atonement. Fantastic. And now... Okay, now we're going to go down here. And what I wrote down was, I said, if you haven't purchased any of the remaining abilities for the Mea Culpa, do it now. Fortunately, we only have one more to purchase, and even though it's 2,000, we can do that and then some. Last words. The Penitent one performs a 4th combo finish attack. Just press square repeatedly. Now, I can't show this one off until we have an enemy that's strong enough to take 4 attacks, but we'll get there. Alright, so we now need to... We have obviously got... what is this? 12 bones, but again, don't worry about handing them into the ossuary just yet. We're not going to be able to get that many Tears of Atonement from doing it, so we'll do it when we can. Back to the Graveyard of the Peaks we go, and I really hope I can make it through without dying, because dying here is really annoying. But we're doing fantastic, so yeah. Alright, let me just make sure. Yep, okay. Jump across, and onwards we go. Alright, again, ignore the tent. We still need our 7,000. We have less than we had before, but that's alright. Use the pre-do again. You notice how Fervor is not maxed out because we have to use the Vertialis, but it'll get maxed out soon enough. Alright, hop, hop. Oops, screw that up. Okay, this is corpse number 5 of 26, by the way. It is closer now. The crying faces of ice announce the proximity of the convent. They presage the pain awaiting inside its walls. I ask the cold to be merciful and allow me to climb to the peaks, where I will be reborn as a sister of the Golden Visage. Yeah, so a lot of pilgrims tried to make it to the top of the Graveyard of the Peaks so that they could reach the church. Now this guy, you want to hit him with that attack, and then hit him 3 times with your regular strikes, and that should finish him off. Might even be able to get it a bit sooner. With this one, you want to kind of stand about here. Oh, that's too close. About here, just outside the range of its attacks. Do that, and you can defeat it. Okay, head across. Alright, this is a pretty tricky one as well. 1, 2, up here. I'm going to try and wait here for a sec. Okay. And one more. Nice, okay. Jump, jump. for some reason you get a nice like air boost there. Again, try standing, it's not close enough. Now the wind is going to pull me to the right, so I want to be a little bit careful. That was just far enough away. If you get swiped by that, you will be knocked back and fall into the abyss, which will be a big problem. Okay, yep, let's enter this room here to the right. To do this, you want to jump all the way to the top here. Just jump all the way across. You can slide to cancel out of that landing. I don't know how I didn't fall there. And one more. Okay, got it. Pick up this item here. It is the occipital of Tequila, the metalsmith. It says, Tequila was not your everyday metalsmith. Skulls were the basis of his creations, with jeweled skulls his specialty. His last wish was to become the most beautiful piece in his collection. Yeah, so I think the occipital is the skull, and the icon there sort of symbolizes that. Get another empty bile vessel. You'll notice how the bits of snow in the foreground are sort of moving to the right. When they move to the left, the wind will start blowing that way, so we can do a long jump and land to grab that. If you miss it, you fall. You can go up to the very top of this area, but there's nothing that we can reach up here at the moment. So even though there's our BPS here, you can jump up here, but you can't get anything because we don't have another relic that will help us. So for now, just let yourself fall back down, exit this way, jump across. Gotcha, okay. So, can't reach that Child of Moonlight, there's another one to destroy there. The wind is blowing favourably, so leap across. I think that's all we have to do, just give me a second to check. I want to absolutely make sure that I'm not... okay, yeah. Alright, this next room is the hardest part. Jump, jump, stay right here, smack, jump back across, wait a second. I promise you, you want to do this room in this way. Done. Oh, I even got the execution. I knew you could get an execution, but I did not know you could get it with Sinful Wrath. I thought you had to use Sacred Thrust or whatever it's called. Ah, okay, I'm fine. I might need to use let me see if I can chop. I don't know if this blood platform will ever break. Okay, perfect. Perfect, alright, we got it. Alright, slide, chop, fall. Wait a bit to the right here, just in case I hit that platform, which I didn't. Go back up. Yeah, it's something to navigate through this game and just get through it, but to do it without dying, that's a pretty tricky one. You want to jump up there and just barely make it. Don't know if I'm close enough for this. Oh, nice, I am. Make it? Yes. Okay, cool. There's another corpse here. Let's read this one. I can bear it no longer. That sound, that ringing will follow me forever. No matter where I go, this is my sentence. It is time to cross towards the other side of this cursed dream. Okay, so I found the next corpse. And we're going to head to this room first. And we found another bile fountain, blood fountain. And if you remember, we actually did pick up another empty flask, so let's fill it for 900. This will not only give us our 5th one, but we get rid of all of the ones that we had, and it refills the one that we had used. So our Tears of Atonement are quite low now, but we've done pretty much everything that we need to do with them, apart from buying that stuff at the shop. Okay, so 2 of these guys is pretty tough. Yeah, this part sucks actually. You can use Vertialis if you want. Okay, I'm gonna try and get you. Damn, that sucks. I now have to wait. Trust me, it's much better to wait than to rush. Am I that close to the boss? Oh my god, I'm actually gonna make it to the boss. I thought it was much further away. Unless I scrolled down by accident. Okay, I'm gonna jump over here. I'm gonna try and Be a bit sneaky there. Gotcha. Okay, let's see if I can time this. There we go. If you do that, you can get a free execution. This one, I don't believe there's a way to get it. Like, you can do this, but... oh, crap. That wasn't enough. Okay, yeah. That wasn't the best thing, but it worked out. We got the parietal bone of Lassar the Inquisitor. Unlike other Inquisitors, Lassar, or actually probably Lassar showed an unusual amount of indulgence towards the accused, even to the point of stopping executions. His weakness led him to excommunication and exile. Soft on crime. Is the parietal bone a soft bone? There must be meaning in everything. Alright, go left here and collect the muted bell, an extremely good rosary bead. Tin bell, now empty. Strangely, one could swear to hear a slight tinkling in the presence of strange energies. Slightly protects its wearer from attacks of magical nature. When he entered that room full of paintings and statues, he was surprised to find, under a dirty sheet, the marble figure of a man who seemed to offer him something. Something lustrous that he held in his cold stone hands caught his attention. A shapeless fruit, the size of an apple, with a silvery glow and a delicious appearance. Hungry as he was, he took it, but when he tried to bite it, he had to hold back a yelp of pain, for the fruit turned out to be made of metal. Confused, he grabbed a nearby stone and smashed the fruit with all his might, managing to make a small crack in it, from which a dense reddish liquid poured. Without thinking it twice, he drank the liquid, which tasted salty, like blood. Interesting. No idea what that's about. Okay, let's wait for this enemy to move to the right. Pay attention to your character as well, because he'll move about the place. You could use Sacred Thrust to take this guy out. I recommend doing it with Sinful Wrath. Just make sure you jump out of the way before he swings that sword, because like I said, he swings it, you get hit, you go flying back and you fall into the abyss and you die and you have to climb all the way again. Death in this game, at least at certain points, is extremely frustrating, so that's why I'm playing like really slow and methodically. Okay, I believe I have to go up first. Actually, hang on a sec. Let me make sure that I've done this right. Yes, okay. 1, 2, crap. When you're too close to the wall, he just auto grabs with the square button. Okay, I'm gonna heal. Perfect. The wind was blowing to the right. Yes, I just made it. It's blowing to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, okay. Okay, if you smack this, you open a secret passage, which leads to another oil of the pilgrims, so our fervor will increase even further. Nice. Number 2 out of 6. Go back over here. Get close enough, try and figure out where the point to stand is. I'm surprised that actually worked. Okay, hop, hop, hop. Okay, we gotta wait for the wind, which is... Wait, did I missed the room at the bottom, but I don't think it's important. Whee! One more. Oh, I don't know how I grabbed that in time. Let me just see something. Yeah, missed the room at the bottom, but it was just from where we had been before. Okay, it's really hard to see the snow. Alright, it's pushing to the right. I hate this jump. Actually, no, this one's not that bad. I think we got past the worst of them. So, run, slide, jump, go. I made it with a lot of length of wood to spare, but it's, yeah. Hop. Okay, get that one. We find piece of a tombstone. This is a good one. Piece of a ceramic slab, strangely found on the snowy peaks. Those from the village rarely left their arid lands to face the cold of the mountains, but this tombstone had undoubtedly belonged to someone from Albero. The fragment confers resistance to falls, eliminating recovery time. It is said that the Albero graveyard is even older than Albero itself. It was built even before the church was erected. It was a graveyard isolated from everything in this arid ochre land, considered unholy. The church did not take long to find out about this and dug all the tombs up, scattering the remains across the fields. That's when the Brotherhood of the Genuine Sepulchre was founded, in charge of collecting the remains of the dead and giving them a second burial. I have kept this piece of clay tombstone since then. So yeah, I said it was a good one, but to be honest, I think it was a good one because I used it during my first playthrough. It is pretty nice to have no full damage, or to have no full recovery time, but it's not nice enough to use. Alright, we almost made it. These are all the pilgrims that tried to climb the graveyard of the peaks. Look at that in the background. The crying faces. So cool. Alright, let's enter.
Indeed, sister of mine. Our encounter is approaching. The miracle will protect me. I do not need your protection this time. Leave me alone.
Alright, I thought we were at the boss, but we're actually at the Convent of Our Lady, the Charred Visage, and that's still not the boss. Alright, definitely heal here, and this is the final enemy that we have to beat before getting to the pre-do, so you want to be careful not to die here. Basically, charge... Hang on, let me try that again. As you can see, she doesn't muck around, she does a lot of damage. I was at full health. There we go. Okay, we got the execution. That's what I was trying to get to perform. I must have just timed it slightly wrong. Yeah, get the Sacred Thrust in there. And you go. Let me just make sure that is the correct. I keep saying it now. Yeah, Sacred Thrust. Okay, and how much percentage? 28% of the map already. It's only episode 3. But yeah, I knew this one would be a bit quicker than most of the other games I've done. So that's why I'm trying to sort of not do it quickly, but I'm trying to get as many episodes recorded in one go as possible. I've recorded this and the previous two in the same, not in the same session, but on the same day. Alright, corpse number 7. The sisters humble themselves before 2 holy figures in their crypts. What secrets might they be keeping? Their eyes anticipate sacrifices, anticipate pain, anticipate blood. I have always tried to figure out what that one means, and I have no idea. Alright, here we go. Let's begin the Convent of Our Lady of the Charred Visage. There's some new enemies here. We can also charge. This enemy is very powerful. Let me see if I can... I'm not sure if you can get an execution on that one. I think I'm going to go back to... Yeah, I'm going to go back to the Pray-Do, so I'm just going to heal up here. What you want to do is pass this elevator and go to the right. And you see some drops of blood here. What you have to do is perform a mechanic that the game doesn't tell you about. If you hold the circle button, you'll sacrifice some health to restore some fervor. I have max fervor, so I can't really show you that. But I'll show you the animation. Like that. And sacrificing some of your blood causes the gate to open, which allows you to collect this, which is the next Mea Culpa Heart, the Heart of the Unnamed Minstrel. Sword Call, forged amidst ballads of forbidden verses, can be inserted into Mea Culpa. Reduces the duration of the parry, but eases the execution of a righteous riposte. Sing for me, Cantaor, and may your song relieve my pain. Those were the words written on the tombstone. There lay the one who prayed by singing, creator of verses that one fateful day reached the wrong hearts. And even if we no longer hear his voice and no one calls his name, his singing will remain with us forever. Yeah, cantaor must mean singer, I'm pretty sure. In Portuguese, canta means sing. Alright, let's use the elevator. We're going to go to a floor that we've never been to before. At least according to what I wrote down. Okay. Now, wait, hang on. Let me read that again. Sorry, that we've been to before, not that we've never been to before. Okay, so now because this elevator is in place, if we jump up here, we can jump up here and now collect and go into here on the right. And we find our next Lady of the Singing Sorrows. Maximum health increased. And she disappears in a cool animation. I don't know why the swords, like she removed the sword the first time, but then the swords kind of like stayed there on the subsequent times, which I feel like is weird. I don't know. I feel like they should have kept being removed. Alright, and now we go back up. And we're going to go back to that pre-do. Yeah, I don't know if that was like a misstep or if there's some kind of like law reason for that, but I feel like they should have just kept being removed. Because then we can like save her at the end, or at least, you know, cause her to stop being in pain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, pre-do, here we go. This part, I mean, it's not, this area is not necessarily super difficult. It definitely is challenging, but the harder part is trying to get through while I'm like glancing over my notes and trying to go, okay, did I write this down properly? Where am I up to? Okay, so, oh, damn it, I mistimed that, but I might make, yeah, I'll make this one. Alright, this lady is pulling the rope here, or the chain, that's causing these lava pots to fall over, so just defeat her. With these guys, you want to just like, they do this leaping attack. You can also defeat this one here by double swinging. I'm going to wait. Be patient, be patient. I'm going to go 1, 2, leap over to the left. If I hadn't have taken that guy out from below, he would have attacked me as I got up to the top. Okay, got it. Nice. I'm going to wait here. I'm going to get this guy's attention because I think he can make it. 1, 2, get out of the way. Alright, now I think I have to jump all the way to the left. Hop, hop, wait. Hop, chop, chop. Got it, just in time. Collect the sternum of Vitus, the performer. Let's read that one. Custodia remembers with admiration the name of Vitus Varnus. He inspired the lives of his people through his altruistic actions, as well as his inspirational words. Okay, yeah, he was a performer. Alright, now this room, there's more enemies in here. And I don't usually... Let me try this. Okay, what about... Nice, go. I don't usually take them out like this, but I'm going to do it this time. Because I'm trying to remember exactly like the way to do this properly, or at least without taking too much damage. Yeah, so you can see I've cleared out this entire room. There's an exit to the left there, and there's also one at the top. I'm going to take the one at the top because I think it makes it a bit easier in the next room. They both lead to the same big room. Oh. Okay, now this one is a bit tough. We're going to go like this, and then 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Now the one at the bottom. 1, 2. Ooh. Nice. 1, 2. Slide. Alright, we're good, we're good. That's where we would have come out of. Gotta get to you. Careful, careful, careful. Hop. Slide. Alright, good, good. Making good progress. Still no deaths. Alright. The timing on that is... I don't know how to explain it. It's not... I wouldn't say it's super difficult, but it's also not super easy either. Okay, good. Let's drop... okay, I can't drop down, so we can do this. 1, 2, 3. That takes care of that. Now we slide across. Stay on this side, attack twice. What if I use a Sinful Wrath if I can cause a thing? Alright, so for this, what I like to do is do this, slide back. 1, 2. That was, this is bad. Yes, go away, go away. Might still be okay. I'm going to be patient here. Wait until this character or the enemy goes all the way to the right. And I'm going to try and do this. Like that. Nice. Avoided the poison gas. Okay, we're going to jump to the right, then down. Slide. Oops. Slide. Slide. Okay. I'm not sure what's going to happen now. Gotcha. Yeah, the game has like a weird little like glitch moments as well. Okay. Oops. Open that up. Slide. Oh, oh, hang on. Slide. Slide. Down. Slide. Ah. Okay, slide over here. Slide again. Drink. Slide. Nope. No, 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 no. Damn it, man. I'm trying to be like almost too cautious. So we go like this, then slide, then down, then go, then slide. Okay. You... game, that was not fair, man. That was not fair. Too much contact damage there. That was bullcrap. Absolute bullcrap. Okay, I don't know why they're telling me about this now. Press R2 to dodge, use dodge attacks. Yeah, okay, so maybe they assumed that I would die on the first boss. Game. That was bullcrap. I did not deserve to die there. That enemy is tuned to deal so much damage. No, I had it. Fine. I was trying to perform the attack. We're fine. Damn it, man. I'm mad at that. I really should not have died there. Out of all the places to die, that was not one that I deserved to die at. 1, 2. Like a waste of my time. Yeah, you can't reach the lady that's pulling that down. Okay. Oh god. Why did I... Now I'm rushing. Can you... okay. What if I try doing this? 1, 1, 2, 1. There we go. You. Thank you. I'm gonna kill all of you. Because, it made me mad now. I had that dead to rights, man. I was absolutely on point with what I was doing. That enemy just deals so much damage. I mean, they had to make one of the enemies like deal a significant amount of damage, otherwise it's too easy, but at the same time, it's just so frustrating. Okay, no, but at least it goes down quickly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, damn it, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we're fine. I'll take another swig. No. Okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Hop up here, jump. Alright, you. It's unbelievable. Like, why would they put that there? Maybe if there was one place I should have used the moss preserved in glass, it was that. Okay, got it. Go here. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. Now the shortcut is still open, so I'm going to go over here. Where's my guilt fragment? It must be over there on the left. Alright. So we're going to go that one. Okay, don't know how I got out of it this time. Guilt fragment. Careful. Okay, got it. And now duck, 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 duck. That's what should have happened, but didn't. Okay, we're out of there. We got the piece of a golden mask. Piece of embossed gold, part of a mask broken years ago. The nuns of the Convent of the Charred Visage swear never to let the world see their burned, press the wrong button, faces, and the conviction of its old wearer has permeated the metal, grants some protection against flames. Number 2. The years passed and she started showing natural signs of aging, just like her companions, except for the burn, which remained as fresh as the moment the boiling oil had spilled. The wound was still smoking, scorching, and reeking. This was understood to be a miracle, and she was canonized in life by the Church. She became known as Our Lady of the Charred Visage. An order was founded in her name, where all the existing nuns, as well as those who wanted to take up the habit, had to burn their faces in the same way as Aurea had. She wears a golden mask under which she hides the gauze that alleviates the eternal pain that the burns still inflict on her. She wears a golden mask under which she hides the gauze. You know what's interesting as well? Her name is Aurea, A-U-R-E-A, and A-U is the chemical symbol for gold, and it's also in some of the languages, probably Spanish. It's Ouro. I think O-R-O is gold, and probably also I don't know how to spell it in Portuguese. It might be Auru, which is also gold, A-U. That's why they have that symbol. Go to the right there, make sure you activate that shortcut because there's no other reason to go to that room. Okay, this enemy is annoying, really annoying. We have to wait until it moves. As soon as you see it move, you want to go to where it's apparating and defeat it. Chop, chop. Okay, I'm doing well. I want to try and get the attention of the other one first because it can catch me a bit sooner than this one. Man, I'm still annoyed by that death. Okay, now careful because there's that teleporting one, so we go up. And we go up. Chop. This one can be very tough, but once you get used to where it's going to show up, it's okay. Another flask. One. Okay, that's fine. I think there's one more, right? No? Okay. Of the apparating one. Perfect. I'm just trying to figure out where I'm up to. Okay. I think because of that bloody death, I may not make it to the boss. I'm pretty close already, but it's tight. 1, 2. Oh god. Oops. 1, 2. Oh crap. No. No, I pressed up! Game, I pressed up! Oh my god, man. I pressed up. Unbelievable. Alright, it's not too bad because I got the shortcut. When the penitent one dies, this is for accumulation of guilt. When the penitent one dies, erring in his penance, a guilt fragment is anchored in the world. The weight of guilt accumulates and reduces the gain of fervor and tears of atonement, as well as the maximum fervor. Collect guilt fragments to recover, or find someone who can ease your burden. Oh man, I can't believe that. I pressed up. Fortunately, I opened the shortcut, which I'm just now realizing I was one room away from earlier when I was trying to perform that part. Okay, this is really bad. I'm gonna die. Oh man, I almost wanna... I should go back. Damn, man. This part is so rigged. Too much damage. Too much damage from these enemies, and there's not really... I mean, I could use the muted bell to prevent the amount of magic damage that I'm taking, and maybe I should. Let's get rid of the defenses and we'll use this one. Actually, there's not many things... Hang on. We'll do it like this. There's not many things to destroy at the moment. I don't know if that did less damage. It does look like it did a bit less. Okay, cool. Up to it. 2. That's it. 1, 2. Charge. 1, 2. 1, 2. Nice. Good. Good. Oh, come on, game. Stop grabbing that ledge. 1. Okay, here we go. Pretty good at timing that though. I'm gonna take a swig here. You'll notice it takes a while to restore your health when using a bile flask. There is, oops, opened up a shortcut. I mean a secret room. Wait, what the hell is that? Did I know about that one? Doesn't look familiar to me. I'll work it out in a moment though. Okay, up. 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 One more. Okay, there we go, got it. Alright, what is this? This is another phalanx of Miriam the Counselor. Miriam Bartow knew what it took to succeed, but fate is unpredictable. Though a terrible illness shortened her life, her legacy was eternal to those who loved her. Okay. Hang on a sec. What is going on? I'm actually not sure what this room is. I kind of don't... Hang on. I think it might be a DLC edition. I'm gonna go down here first, because it actually told me to go down here first, but yeah. I bloody hate this bit. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh my... You have got to be kidding me, man. The game just sometimes doesn't respond properly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. 1. God, all the way over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we got there. Okay, now we find another small bead, but this time of blue wax. Tiny pebble of melted wax of a dusty cerulean. The cries from tortured zealots still reverberate inside, and it slightly strengthens the wearer's fervor. Can you say something? Yeah. Alright, this one says exactly the same thing as the small bead of red wax, so don't worry about it. We've already read it. Whee! I'm so mad that I died twice. I should have been at 0 deaths at this point. I mean, the Tears of Atonement are good, but still. Okay, so hang on. So I collect the small bead of blue wax, then I go there. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to ignore this secret path, even though I'm very tempted to go in. I don't want it to influence the map thing, because it must just be a secret from like the DLC and all that, so I cannot believe I dodged that. Yeah, it must just be a secret from the DLC. If you want to go in there and grab something, you can, like, or grab whatever's in there, you can. I'm going to avoid it. We'll look at it a bit more, either in the second playthrough or later in the first. Okay, beautiful. 1, 2, heal. Gotcha. Crap. Okay, that's fine. Go up here, dodge to the left. I was like, should I go? This one actually takes a bit longer for them to activate, or for her to activate it. Nice. And it doesn't last as long either, which is nice. Chop, chop, chop. Alright, and at this point, if we press triangle, we blow out the candle, and the small bead of red wax becomes the medium bead of red wax. I don't think the lore changes. No, cool. But it does move to the front of the queue in terms of where the rosary beads end up in the menu. So do with that information what you will. Alright, this is the last room before we get to the boss. At least that's what I wrote down. Ah! 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 1, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the other attack, by the way. Last words. I have not even shown that off once. Just realized. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's have a look. Yes, so the left leads to a DLC area. And no, I shouldn't have written area. I should have written item. It's fine if you want to go there and get it. I'm not going to though. Alright, now we find another corpse. I can feel Our Lady between these walls. I can feel her warmth, for her face still burns, a reminder of her sacrifice and ours. The pain, the cold, and the burn are our rules. Interesting. So they did mention the rules before, or the rule. I wonder if that has to do with it as well. Notice I'm still not using that Mea Culpa heart. Alright, this is Viridiana again, and it's hard to tell because of the way that the animation is, but she is a lot older. Her voice is also different. Let's speak to her.
Penitent one, do not be troubled by me or my outward appearance, now changed and seasoned. This might be a small price to pay for such joyous alliance. My protection does not cease here. Will you require my assistance with your next task? So be it.
Yep, we'll ascend to Viridiana's help again. We're going to change our... So I'm actually not sure if this next boss does fire damage. I'm assuming it does because this is because of everything that we've heard so far. But this is how I'm going to do it. Now, I just want to be very careful. Yes, I still want to use the Seguiria. Not all the time, but I definitely want to use it more than the Viridialis. And we'll see if we can win. This is quite a tricky boss, but I didn't think we were going to have enough time, but we have just enough time, so let's give it a shot. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Our Lady of the Charred Visage. Okay, so hit her in the forehead. Avoid these attacks. Get through the bullet hell, which can be a hell to get through. And then if you can time it right, you can actually reflect these orbs at her to deal some damage. Remember, don't use your bile flasks. I know I haven't used my prayers yet. Trying to hit them. Alright, Viridiana, it would be really good if you could heal me soon. I need to take at least one little bit more damage. Okay, I'm going to use Seguiria, because we're going to attack like crazy here. Just keep holding up and spamming square. Come on, come on, come on. Go. Seguiria. Dodge. Dodge back in. No! You can also use the walls on the right and left to climb, but I prefer just doing it like this. You did this, I guess. Ah, crap. No, I'm gonna die. Hang on. Come on, heal me, heal me. It's fine. One more Seguiria. 1, 2, dodge. 1, 2, dodge. Crap, she's healing me again. Come on, come on. Just dodge. One hit. Chop. Gotcha. Look her in the eye. Oh, gosh. That was tough. Requiem aeterno. Alright, we won. What was that? I don't know what that sound was. Let's continue. I'm guessing this is supposed to be her. It's hard to tell. That boss is horrendous to look at. It's really hard to look at her. Still don't use your bile flasks, by the way. Just in case there's a little bit of a glitch. I don't think there is, but yeah.
In the name of the great ordeal and the sons of the miracle, may the gold in my visage melt and erase the compunction of your soul. Heart of guilt, return now from the dream.
Okay, we collected the Holy Wound of Compunction. I read this one, right? Yes, let's read this one. Santo Credo, verse 3. What was this one? Verse 1. Let's read this first. It's the same thing. Mark left by the golden visage that reveals the cleanliness of compunction in the soul of the penitent one. I don't remember the definition of that. I will try and look it up. Santo Credo, verse 3. The door to the mother will open if the 3 wounds were to be joined together. The mother would suffer a crack. The enclosure would end up broken, and the forbidden would be profaned. Alright, and here we find another vessel that will allow us to fill the empty golden thimble with burning oil, like Gemino wanted. Thimble adorned with gold, carrying an inscription that reads, "Only cold gold can carry the redeeming oil." Does this change? No. Okay, this is the number 1, and the other one was the piece of a golden mask. Okay, let's talk to Deogracias.
You have carried out the second humiliation of penance. You have been allowed to behold the visage of compunction. You have yet to prostrate before one last holy visage.
Alright, excellent. We will go over here to the right. We're just about to finish. Open the shortcut, head to the right, we find the next Mea Culpa altar, or shrine, which can increase the power of our Mea Culpa, which is fantastic. We need a total of 10,000, see if I've done the math correctly, that's 9,000. 11,300, not 10,300. Let's change that. We need a total of 10,300 Tears of Atonement to buy everything. However, we don't have that enough. We don't have enough, but we do want to get Fervorous Blood. This is a pretty well, it's a pretty decent ability, and it's gonna. We definitely should buy it right now for 2,000. Sacred technique that allows the bearer of Mea Culpa to use the cut of its blade to bless his own blood and turn it into a throwing weapon. It consumes fervor. So let's unlock. I'll show you how that works. Just press circle, and yeah, consume some fervor, and you throw like a disc. Destructo disc. 1, 2. Oops. Okay, I know where I am. Let me just make sure. What did I need to do? Okay, yeah, we need to head back. So let's head down. Just quickly defeat these guys. Heal up as well. Those guys still take 2 swings from Mea Culpa because they're just... You can do this, which is pretty cool. Okay, awesome. I don't really use the Fervorous Blood like that much. I use it more for just like getting stuff, like obtaining items and all that kind of stuff, but yeah. Alright, if I hadn't have died, this would have been perfect. Or if I hadn't died once, this would have been perfect. Anyway, things are still going quite well. The next part is actually kind of annoying. We're going to have to do a fair bit of backtracking, but we'll get that done next time. For now though, I want to thank you all for watching episode 3 of Let's Platinum Blasphemous. My name's Ultima456, you're the Ultimates, and I'll see you next time.